Hola, muy buenas tardes a todos. Gracias por acompañarnos en este webinar de Education USA. Mi nombre es Claudia Ortiz.
Y yo soy Sofía de la Garza.
Y bueno, pues ambas estamos en el Centro de Asesoría Education USA en la Ciudad de México. Y esta vez les vamos a presentar un webinar acerca de estudiar un Master's en Estados Unidos en Computer Sciences.
Y bueno, Education USA, lo que hacemos nosotros es una red global de centros de asesoría para estudiar en Estados Unidos. La información y nuestros servicios son gratuitos, así que los invitamos a que nos visiten y nos contacten. Tenemos sesiones informativas ya programadas, entonces por favor acérquense a nosotros e infórmense, porque además de esta información les podemos ayudar durante todo su proceso de aplicación y de esta manera pues hacerlo mucho más efectivo.
Tenemos 20 centros de asesoría activos en el país, así que no duden en contactar a cualquiera de estos centros en www.educationusa.state.gov. Y bueno, pasamos ya a inglés. And I will introduce you Mohamed Mustafa, Marketing Assistant of Virginia International University, and Dr. Krush Agent, Associate Dean of the School of Computer Information System. So let's start with them.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm trying to basically talk about why do we have to study a master degree in computer science. This presentation is going to be in different sections, so I will give you a brief and general a presentation of the structure of computer science in general, and I will try to use some examples from my school of Computer Information System here at VRU, and also give you different, categories or branches that you can study in computer science. First of all, I will start with giving you what is computer science would do for you if you study. As you all know, computer science right now is kind of becoming an integrated part of our everyday life. So we can't really live without computer. So for studying something so important, you need to consider as a big step towards a big achievement. So as you know, once you get into the computer science field, your mind gets to use to the way to solve complex and difficult problems. That's what we call it, problem-solving skills. So maybe if you're in different fields, you're more oriented to see things differently, but when you are in the computer science, you get the feeling that you can solve even very complex problems, such as mathematical or not mathematical. It doesn't matter. And beside that, I want to also talk about the other positive differences that you can make in a computer science. For example, if you're right now looking at the health and medical fields, there are a lot of changes that you need to follow using computers. So computer science is not just computer science, it's also in medical field. It's kind of computer is getting more used to solve medical, or for example, I'm giving you an example like IDS. Right now, you need to have a computer background to solve and simulate issues and solve problems. The other advantages that you might have by learning computer science, of course, making a lucrative career. I mean, nowadays, people who are in the field of computer science, they tend to be called having a better life than others. They're making in a simple way, they're making better, I would say, more money or better lifestyle than others, because they are already having a job, and it is in a job that is growing. It's not that it's done and you're keep going on, but you have to keep it up and study, and also earn more and better life. The then as I said, the constant changing, so it requires more need as we go. So the growth of job and the constant changing makes you more attracted. So you are more attractive to get a job than other people who are not in the field. Of course, we are, as far as I can say, in computer science, we are considered to be more creative. For example, right now, if you look at the web and compare the websites from that are created in like 5 years ago, and now you see how people are more creative than before. So the web designer, they created a better layout, better setting, better navigation, and etc., etc. So we are becoming more creative and interactive when it comes to using technology. Of course, when it comes to work as an individual or as a team, oriented people, computer science students or computer science people are considered more both individual worker and team worker. Of course, as a computer scientist or as a computer user or as a computer programmer, you may sit down and write up your own code or write up your design your own application or software. However, at the end, you got to sit with the whole team and make your product, whatever it is, better and better. And computer science right now is, as I can say, based on my experience being in the computer science for over 16 years, it is there is really no boundaries. As you can foresee for the future, everything is growing, and sometimes it's hard for one person to catch up. However, so the future is very bright, and you can see your future better and better as you move on. So, said that, let me just briefly show you what are the fields or what are the categories or programs that you can follow in computer science. Okay, here is actually in this slide you can see we kind of try to categorize the computer science in two different ways or in two different categories. One is pre-1990s and the other one is post-1990s. What does it mean? As you might have heard or learned or studied, computer in the past was all about hardware. They had huge offices which all blocks of computers. So people, in order to do something very simple, they had to go to that office and have like huge shelves. To do very simple things, they needed to go through the hardware. But now things changed. So, and it becomes more, how I say, application oriented than hardware oriented. So in the past, they call it was very kind of connected to electrical engineering, or they call it also computer engineering. However, computer engineering is still there. We're still using it, but I will get to that in a few moments. And computer science was all about application, or software, which Microsoft was one of the most famous one at the moment, even now. And then we had another field is called information system, which was more working toward organizational aspects of the information system. But that was the past. But currently, computer science, which is, we call it post 1990 centuries, so computer science is becoming somehow in a way that they overlap each other. So right now, if you go to different schools, if you see that they say electrical engineering and computer science in one specific department. So there is really no way to separate them, because they are very interconnected with each other. So now we have electrical engineering and software engineering. So for right now, I'm sorry, not software, computer engineering. Computer engineering, what is computer engineering? I'm just focusing on computer part. Electrical engineering is all about the field that all in hardware, and it's not my field, of course, but I'm gonna focus mostly on computer engineering. Computer engineering, anything that has computer in it, any device. For example, your cell phone has a computer in it. So if you see, that's the field. One good example of this is called embedded system design. So that's one thing. It is very used right now, and you can see right now everyone is using a cell phone, a mobile device. So the way that it grows in future, so there will, you can see in future, these things are changing as we are talking. Not as a future, but as we talk right now, everything is basically changing. So you see, for example, big companies like Apple is creating a new device every year, or actually less than a year, they produce and market a new device. So that's the computer engineering part.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
Could you share it again, please? The presentation, because some people are complaining that it's not, we cannot see it. So can you stop sharing and share your presentation again?
Sure.
Okay, can you see it now?
I think the screen is gone.
Just stop sharing and reshare, please.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. There you go. We see you now. And then back to sharing.
Can you see now? I apologize for this technical.
Please continue.
And so this was all about computer engineering. The next is computer science. Computer science actually is divided in four career paths, which is, the first one is called designing. The second one is basically, we call it devising. And the third is developing. And the last is planning and management, and managing organizational technology infrastructure. Let me give you one example for each. Designing and implementing a software is part of the computer science right now. Anywhere you go, you might hear that, oh, I work as a webmaster. I'm in the software engineering department. So those are going to be part of computer science. Or the other part, the next career path would be devising new way to use computer. Okay, in the past, we all rely on desktop, laptops, and etc. etc. Now anyone can use any computer or any device to access internet. So mobile is coming up and is growing so fast right now. So you can go to actually uh, company who are working on mobile devices. Or one thing that I'm a very big fan of it, which is Internet of Things, which we can be part of the research that they are working on it. I'm pretty sure you guys heard of it. It's very popular right now, and I feel that that's going to be the future of computer science soon, rather than sooner than later. The third career path is developing an effective way to solve computer problems. So working in the fields where you have to develop something, writing a codes, or there are nowadays there are different or many complex search or research that you can work on and learn about it. The one example that I can give you is about ICN, information-centric networking. Nowadays, we use internet we access internet by using infrastructures like connections, mobile devices, going through IPs, and going through different servers. But in future, we don't have to do that. So there are a lot of researches going on in that field. The last one, which I'm a big fan also, is the managerial aspects of the computer science. You can work as a project manager for a company to basically manage the entire infrastructure, or you can also work as an IT manager for a simple or small company. So these are the different career path that you can take when it comes to computer science. The next one that I want to talk, no, I should go back to the same slide, sorry, is about information system. This is also a path that is very important right now. For example, in my school, SCIS at VIU, we are, most of our students who are basically technical, like they like to deal with programming. They like to be what we call it technical genius, or we call it geeks in a simple way. They like to focus on computer science. But let's say I'm not good at programming. I'm not good at math, but I still want to learn computer science. So there is another field. It's called information system. Information system is, as I said, it's not as technical as computer science. However, you're dealing with information system, which is you're dealing with information. How you can deal with information. So, and let me give you, I'm going to read this as I talk. It says, if information system is concerned with information that your computer system can provide to aid a company, whether it is government or non-government, by defining to achieve their goals. So all they need to do, they're working with information to achieve the goal of your company. So still, you're in computer science field, so you might do some managerial work with information to achieve to achieve the goal of your company. So that's basically is information system category of computer science. Okay. The next one, which is, I'm pretty sure you heard it a lot, which is IT, which we call it information technology, or as I said, IT in general. As you might have heard from many either students or faculty who are working in computer science area. They said, I'm in IT, I work in IT. So what is IT? IT is like, it works like it's somewhere between information system and computer science. So they are not as technical or oriented as computer science are, and they're not as organizational oriented as information system. So let's say, because uh, as a student, you may say, okay, I'm good with computer, but I'm not good with math. I have a lot of questions, and I have a lot of issue to deal with mathematical and all this kind of things. I'm not good with programming, because that's a wrong impression that most of our students have, especially people who are coming to the computer science field, and they have no idea what is the computer science. So they look at computer science as only people who are sitting there and writing codes and solving mathematical problems. That's not true. So IT is like a middleman. It's both. It's a combination of information system and also computer science. And one thing that I like about IT, it also gives you also hands-on expertise to solve either computer science problems or information system problems. So IT also is another alternative if you are not as technical or as mathematical oriented, or if you're not as organizational oriented as the other people. So this is the another option that you can follow. The fifth category is software engineering. Software engineering actually is becoming very popular right now, because, as I said in the beginning, we were all about hardware, but software engineering is going on right now, because we tend to work mostly on application or on softwares. So that's also so it's all about softwares, or what we call it is all about life cycle development. Starts from very non-technical and goes through a very different stages where you have to be really technical and develop something, and then at the end implement and test it. So whether you are technical or non-technical, you may be able to fit in one of these steps. The last part, we call it a cross discipline, which is a multidiscipline. What does it mean? Right now, there are many fields in computer science that are dealing with computer science. Let's say biology or bioinformatics or biomedical. So they are not really computer science, but they need to use computer to simulate or to solve their problems before sending their products out. So this is another field that you may work in computer science, but also if you're good with physics, chemistry, you still can work on that field as well as computer science. So right now, with the other example is gaming. Gaming is also, there are people who are good at gaming, but they also want to learn how to basically simulate that game and solve the issue, solve their problems, and by using computer science. So this is another field that or another path that you can take. So if you look at this charts, this is it's nothing, but it basically tells you where each category sits in. For example, computer science, as I said, it has some hardware, but it starts from software and goes to application, and also has a little bit of organizational structure, but it does not have as much as hardware as it used to. The next one is software engineering. As you see, it just covers all of it. But still you are in software application, and also besides software application, you also need to understand the methodology of using both software and applications. So it's not really it's not very I mean, you don't have to be very technical in order to fit in this category. You can go next. Information system. As I said, information system, yes, you're dealing with application. You use application to develop your products, whether it's software or hardware, or dealing with your information. But as you can see from this slide, it's all about organization, how to use information in order to achieve your organizational goal. So you can be either analyst to analyze the information that you're given and see how you can use that information to achieve your goal. IT is, as you see, it covers almost everything except a little bit. Also, it goes a little bit into hardware, but not that much. But here, as you see, it covers both organizational, application, and software, and also deals with information. So as you might have heard this word, I mean, I work in IT. It's like they work, maybe some people they're only dealing with the methodology of how to solve a problem, but they still consider themselves to work in IT career. Here, I try to kind of differentiate between information system and IT. As I said, it focuses in information technology. Yes, it focuses on hardware and network, and also works with the infrastructure as well. But it's in information system, we always focus on data. I want to just quickly give you an idea that's what you expect in information system. Because I teach this course also I teach some courses in information system, which focuses on data and information. One question that we always ask my students, all of us, we ask our students, is what's the difference and what is the difference between data and information? They kind of don't know it. They always use data when they are want to say information, and they say information when they were supposed to deal with data. So I'm just giving you a very simple definition. Data is a fact, what we call it the raw fact. For example, my name is Kurosh. Kurosh is a data, but when it comes Kurosh Ajande, it becomes information. So when the data is basically processed and gets together, and then it becomes information. So you don't have to be really technical to understand this kind of definition. So you can also use it in future. So those are type of question that type of material that you're going to deal with in information system. I just try to give you an example of what to expect in information system. Also, of course, you also need to learn how to define, process, manipulate your information, which is going to be your future job, and also analyze the information. Then in information system, you are heavily focused on design rather than the implementation. We don't deal with how to do this. We just say, okay, process it, and you have the data, you have the information, analyze and use it. So we don't deal with the implementation of the structure or the infrastructure in information system. Of course, in IT, you have to do both. Also, you need to understand what is information and how you can implement and do some kind of hands-on. I'm not saying that this is bad or good, but I want to just give you an idea what you would be expecting if you choose either of them. The last difference, not the least, but this is another difference between IT and or information technology and information system, is in both. It's not really a difference because you need to understand both of them. In information system, you need to have a deep understanding of how system supports the processes. So you need to have a good understanding on that. However, in IT, you also need to have a good understanding on why and how. So we're dealing with, in IT, we're dealing with why and how system works. And in information system, you need to understand how systems supports the processors. Okay? So your task is which one you would fits you the most, is basically, I think, based on the definitions that I have been given, I've been given you for since until now, you may get an idea which one would fit you. But let's just look at how the professional outlook of the computer disciplines are in United States. It's basically, the growth is really changes based on which one you pick. But I can tell you right now that it is the fastest growing occupation right now in the United States. Is what we call it. We can call it. I call it computer specialist, but I also sometimes call it computer scientist, because some people they don't like to be called to be called specialist. They want it to be called scientist because it's a science. So right now, the rate of growth in the United States in computer field is 32, I believe. Yes, it's 32, which is this is the fastest right now in the United States, the fastest growing occupation in the United States. Here I try to highlight which area, just to give you an idea, based on your interest. As I said, in networking, it goes under, it could be under computer science, or it could be under computer engineering. Either one you can pick. And computer software, of course, in software engineering. Also, so as you can see, compared with other area, computer science is basically growing faster than others. Okay, I try just to give you a perspective of which one you may be interested to choose. I'm just giving you an example of what our school offering as a CIS, School of Computer Science and Computer Information System. We have basically, we cover all of these programs. MCS, we call it Master in Computer Science, MIS, Master Information System, and MISM, which is something unique that you can be also getting your Master in Information System. However, we added one component, which is a management component, that helps you to also go toward the management area if you wish to. And we have also, this is just an example that I try to come up with, which is basically the school that I am managing right now. And of course, we are under STEM. STEM is nothing but science, technology, engineering, math. It's an organization that tries to basically help people in the area in this field like science, technology, engineering, mathematics. So they give them the opportunity to basically go to school, and after that they can do internship, and at the end they are given the opportunity to do OPT, which is basically a year period of job with extension of an additional year after they've completed their school. So this is also a good opportunity to start as a fresh after school, because it's hard to get a job, so you can build up your career after you finish. We're also going to, I mean, of course, you may also be you also might be interested to get a certificate. Our school also offers that. School of Information System also offers different certificates. You can get different certificate in Business Intelligence Information System, which is basically a 1 year length. Instead of completing the whole 2 years, you may only complete 1 year and get your certificate, and you are still qualified to go under STEM, get your CPT or OPT as well. What do you expect if you're going once you completed your computer science program? So you may get understanding in different topics. So as I said, there are different specialization in each. You may learn to be a business intelligence analyst. You may get into ethic and law as a forensic analyst, IT governance, and you may be also working in the web development field. Also, you may be just working in the information assurance or information quality assurance. So there are different career you may get into, as well as being a software developer, whether you are in the early stage as a requirement analyst or developer or designer, or at the end as a tester. You will also be working in security area, or also just in the database area. So those are the outcomes that you I mean, I call it outcomes, but you can also call it a career path that you can follow and start working, and also get specialized during your school. After you finish, you are, as I said, you may apply for either an internship, which is, I always ask my students, please try to get a CPT, because it helps you to get in to CPT is an internship. It's nothing but, we call it curricular practical training. It's just an internship. You get into the job, you get to get some hands-on experience, also show the companies that you can do. Because the problem here in the computer science, or maybe it applies even in different fields, that we all know things. We know how to do things, but we don't know how to basically apply this in the job when we get to the job. So working as a CPT, it helps you to start up and build up your career, and at the end you can get extension to work, go back and work as OPT, and also earn experience for your future. Here, just it's giving very brief information about SCIS. I'm not going to go through it, but if, as you can see, we are located in Fairfax, and we are, I mean, being in Fairfax in Virginia, it's very, of course, is a benefit to us and to our students, because it helps the student to get exposed to different large companies that you can see the names. I don't know, Booz and Allen is the one. There are so many big companies that are here that you can get experience from. I'm not gonna go through that, but I want you guys to consider this is just an example. Our school alumni, they work with the different schools. We are also, as I said, being in this part of the world, which is Virginia. We are right on the border with Washington, D.C., also Maryland. You can see there are also different internship with schools, companies that you can get internship with and get experience. Our faculty are coming from different fields, both industry and academia. So there are some, they're already working in the industry, so they bring their hands-on experience and share with you, so you can get benefit from it. And most of them are basically working with what they are teaching, so it also helps you to get to study and learn from people in the field. So they're also working with the big, also other universities around here, and some are also coming from different universities, and they're all with PhD, or some of them also coming from a different part of the world with very diverse background. Okay. So here is, before I get to the to present VIU, I want to see if you guys have any question before I move on. Any question?
I think we have a question here. So someone is asking if I have already got some experience in software development, nearly 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
What field is more convenient? This is the first question. So he has an experience, 4 years experience in software development, and he's asking what field is more convenient, or will be more fitting according to his experience.
Okay. When you say software development, you were like a programmer, or just you work in different stages of life cycle development?
He's not.
So
yeah.
I'm just gonna assume that you're in the life cycle, because when it's the word development, to me it's more like programmer type of job would be. I think you're if you're in that field, I would suggest you to do with master in software engineering. It would be one option. But if you're good with the programming and knowing programming languages, I think the other alternative, it would be master in computer science would be. But if you can write up your if you can respond to my question, whether you are coding in development, is that what you're referring to, or programming languages? The other question I see, I'm interested in the degree in robotics. We have what is called in MCS especially, we have some specialization in gaming. But as far as robotics, no, we do not offer this in our school.
That's it.
Okay?
Do you guys have any other questions before we move on? Giving you short presentation about Virginia International University. So we just want to make sure if you guys have any questions regarding the topic of computer science and the opportunity of studying computer science in the United States. Okay, so let us move on with giving you a very short presentation about Virginia International University. And if you guys still have any other question, you can still send it to us.
Okay. So I kind of started with giving an idea about Virginia International University. As I said, Virginia International University, it's an accredited university that it's located in Virginia, Fairfax, Virginia. Being in Fairfax, Virginia is basically, as I said, it's very beneficial to both students and also faculty, because you get the sense of location, because it offers you a lot. Our mission is to educate students from all around the world through a highly qualified and equally diverse faculty and staff, while striving toward to provide the academic program and anger the intellectual curiosity. So we are trying to say is our school is a very diverse school. We have both faculty and students are diverse. They are coming from from different fields, as I said, hands-on fields and technical and academia. So we are so proud of this, and our focus is to provide quality, affordable, and accessible education to everyone, whether you are from here or from any other part of the world. Our mission is to give you a path to your future, focusing on, as I said, I always keep saying that quality, 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 quality in education, quality in faculty and staff, and quality in also in cost. So because we're trying to make it so affordable so everyone can have the opportunity to benefit from. As you see, right now actually we are a little bit more than 1,200. Last time I checked, is 1,357 students currently enrolled from more than 30 countries.
100, more than 100 countries.
More than, our faculty is more than 30. So right now, I think if I'm not mistaken, it's over 100 countries. We are getting students from over 100 countries around the world. Our faculties are also diverse as our students are. We are offering education in different schools: School of Business, School of Computer Information System, Public and International Affairs, School of Education, School of Language Studies, School of Continuing Education, and School of Online Education. Actually, in near future, we also going to offer school of, under umbrella of Computer Information System. We're going to offer communication and digital media. I think it's going to happen soon. And also we are going, beside master degrees that we are going to talk, we're also going to offer some doctorate degree starting, I think, if I'm not if everything goes well, starting next semester or no later than 2017. So we see the bachelor degrees that we are offering. We are offering bachelor degrees in business administration, which are finance, marketing, international business. So those are the specialization or majors that you can focus on. We're also offering Master of Business Administration in different specialization like international business management, and marketing management, global management. No, I'm sorry, global logistic, and so on, so on. You can see a list of them as on this slide. And we're also offering a Master of Science in Accounting and Master of Science in Project Management. And you can see in my school, as I already showed you before, we are offering MCS, which is Master of Computer Science, and you have about 7 specialization in each program, both in MCS and MIS, Master in Computer Science and Master in Information System. And we also offer Master in Information System Management and Master in IT, Information Technology, and Master in Software Engineering. So you can also get specialized in specific topics or specific subjects. Our third school is going to be School of Education degree, which you can see we offer a different Master of Education, ESOL, Math Education, and we also offer Master of Science in Applied Linguistics. So you get specialized in different subjects. The next school of us is the School of Public and International Affairs degree. So we offer a Master of Public Administration and Master of International Relations. And there are some certificates that you can also earn from our university, which is both in graduate certificates and also undergraduate certificates. You see, you can get from School of Business, you can get a certificate in project management, which is also a good certificate to have. And also in SCIS, or School of Computer Information System, you can get a certificate or graduate certificate in business intelligence, and so on and so on. School of Education also offers TESOL, or TESOL they call it. So and we also offer undergraduate certificate in mostly in School of Business. And we have also online education, School of Online Education, which I need to mention one thing, that some of our courses also offer online. So if you're interested to apply for online degrees, you can do both fully online and hybrid courses. Online courses is it's like any other school. There are 8-week format and very flexible. You can, and the scholarships also available to students. And here is it just summarizes what I've been saying about VIU. Why do we have to choose VIU? As I said, we have affordable tuition, which is, if you do a math and compare with other schools, we are the most affordable school in the area. We have multiple scholarship available for our students, which is hard to get scholarship for being international students. And I being one of them, I know how it feels to start school with scholarship. It is very good feeling that you will have once you get it. And our school is basically culturally diverse. We are students and faculty from different parts of the world, and our location. It's all about our location. I'm so proud of it. We are like 20 minutes to Washington D.C. We are in the region where many big companies are working around us, and we are also a major hub. So U.S. government is in D.C., so you can always get either an internship, CPT, OPT, and you never know. You may get the job working for the U.S. government. Here you can see the list, just the price for our tuition fees, and as far as collaboration is concerned, we have numerous collaboration agreements with different institutes, both domestic and international. Here you can see a list of them. You can see we have this, and at the end, I'm going to give you the contact information for Mr. Muhammad Mustafa, who is our marketing assistant. He would be more than happy to assist you if you have any further questions.
If you guys have any questions that you need to ask me about the School of Computer Information System, or you have any questions about VIU in general, you could definitely send me an email, and I will definitely respond back to you. So I just want to ask you if you guys have any other questions about VIU or about studying computer science in US. No more questions. Okay. Thank you so much, and I would like to thank Education USA Mexico for giving us the opportunity to reach out to you guys, and we hope the session was beneficial for all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.